Nehemiah in the Old Testament. Go look it up. Nehemiah chapter 13, verse 25, starting at verse 23. In those days I saw Jews who had married women of Ashdod, Ammon, and Moab. This is Nehemiah speaking. Half of the children spoke the language of Ashdod and could not speak the language of Judah, but spoke according to the language of one of the other people. Ready? So I fought with them, contended with them, and cursed them, and struck some of them, and pulled out their hair, and made them swear by God, saying, You shall not give your daughters as wives to their sons, nor take their daughters for your sons or yourselves. Did not Solomon king of Israel sin by these things? Yet many nations there was no king like him, who was beloved of his God, and God made him king over all Israel. Nevertheless, pagan women caused even him to sin. Should we then hear of your doing all this great evil, transgressing against our God by marrying pagan women? Now, Nehemiah's heart was in the right place. And here's a man of God. And God didn't grab him by the scruff of the neck and say, What are you doing, Nehemiah? It says here, verse 25, that he contended with them, cursed them, and struck some of them and pulled out their hair. Now, I don't advocate this. However, there are some of you juvenile delinquents who, if I was your father, I'd beat the crap out of you before you ever begin to face me and say any kind of the shit you say in front of, in a cowardly way on the internet. Okay? If I was your father, you'd be out of the house. You would never return. This is what the age we live in. We're living in an age where people are what the New Testament speaks about in the last days. For most of you who don't like what I do, that's your problem. You've got a huge problem. I want to read something about the nature of a dog and a mutt. Most of you are dogs and mutts. Since you'd reject the God of the Bible, here's the inevitable result that the scriptures say are for those who await or who reject the God of the Bible. Revelation 22. Verse 10. He said to me, Do not seal the words of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. He who is unjust, let him be unjust still. He who is filthy, let him be filthy still. He who is righteous, and only righteousness comes by Jesus Christ, not by any one of us, let him be righteous still. He who is holy, let him be holy still. Jesus Christ speaking, And behold, I am coming quickly, and my reward is with me, to give to everyone according to his work. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and end, the first and last. That's God speaking. Blessed are they who do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and they may enter through the gates into the city. Verse 15. This is directed to everybody else who is not in the kingdom of God. Outside are the dogs. Now, I didn't write it. Let's take a good look at it. Here Jesus is saying he's coming quickly, and he's the Alpha and the Omega, which makes him God. Let him who's unjust and filthy be that way. Outside are what? Could that actually be in the scriptures? Could this actually be the revelation of Jesus Christ? Could this be actually how Jesus himself views those who do not love him? And murderers, idolaters, and whoever loves and practices a lie? Next statement, I, Jesus, have sent my angel to testify to you to these things in the churches. I am the root and offspring of David. I am the bright and living star. Whoever loves and practices a lie are the dogs that most of you are. You love the lie, and you practice it. And then you make your stupid little comments on the internet that I don't allow on my video sites because I don't allow liars that Jesus has rejected to begin with, to get on my site and say all kinds of things. You're not going to say one damn word on my site. Jesus said, do not cast your pearls before swine, lest they turn and tear you in pieces. Did you forget that, Jesus? That particular Jesus of the New Testament? Do not cast your pearls before swine. Now, why do you think he said that? I think he knew pretty well that there would be a lot of people like you in the internet who refuse, in your stiff-necked rebellion, since God knows the heart and mind of everybody, you're not going to come to Jesus Christ because you don't want to know him. Simple, huh? Any child could understand that. But everyone is using their stupidity and arrogance and evil-mindedness and crass, vile. Some of you are so vile, it's unbelievable. And you're telling me that